What's good? It's the man behind the hands, Mo City Menis, and this is bringing the heat to the ring from the street. And we here with Big Ben Martez. What's up, Ben?
How you doing today?
We all right, dog.
Sounds good to hear.
I know you got some big things coming up that's about to happen to take place, but let's rewind real quick, Ben. Where you from, dog?
I'm from Houston. I lived here my whole life.
Yep. So you proud to be a Houstonian?
100%, 100%. You know, I'm a Texans first,
For sure.
then Houston, then I'm American.
There you go. So growing up, regular coming up, bringing up, same
Totally.
old?
Same. I would say like your average come up. You know, I had my mom, I had my dad.
Yeah.
You know, I did my thing. Went to school, private high school. You know, so
Yeah.
pretty average.
At what point did you see boxing and go, man, I think I'm gonna do that?
When I was 13, my mom had me watch Rocky.
Okay.
And I saw that movie and I was like, you know, everyone likes an underdog story.
For sure.
And, you know, even though I didn't have any competition at the time, for boxing at least, I was doing jiu-jitsu and taekwondo and I was competing in those kinds of sports. So when I watched boxing, or when I watched Rocky and I thought, okay, you know what, here's somebody who just got the opportunity and he did something with it. I saw that and I said, you know what, I want an opportunity.
So you said you started off in jiu-jitsu and what else?
Taekwondo.
And taekwondo. Are those things that you competed in and, you know?
Yeah, so actually I competed in a lot of just local tournaments, some Naga tournaments. I never went too far with that because once I started boxing, I just fell in love.
For sure, for sure. So what is it about boxing that you love the most?
I like to fight.
Huh.
I like to throw hands.
For sure.
I don't mind getting hit, and I want to hit them harder.
Yeah. You know, I want to say, I know you're just getting started. Did you have much of an amateur career in boxing?
Yeah, actually.
Talk to me about that amateur career, bro.
I had my first amateur fight when I was 13, and then, well, let me think. I think I won the Houston Golden Glove 7 years in a row.
Okay.
So, you know, went to nationals, did all that. Tried to take a crack at the Olympics, but cards weren't in it for me, which was fine. And then it was just time to take that next step. You know, everyone always said, you know, he's a good amateur, he's gonna be better in pro. So,
what was it, December 13th, 2024? Yeah, the Red Owl. That was your first fight.
Yes, it was.
How was that? Just walk me through the preparation from you're no longer an amateur and you're gonna turn pro. Walk me through that in your mind, getting ready for that fight.
Right. So when I was an amateur, my whole thing was my offense was my defense.
For sure.
You know, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna throw 200 punches around, and you're not gonna stop me. You know, I'm gonna make it my fight. Right. But in pro, of course, it's no headgear, smaller gloves. You can't be so reckless. You know, and I was a little reckless.
All right.
So, you know, me and my coach really decided slow it down a little bit. You know, you're gonna go out there, do your combinations. I already have the power with the smaller gloves. If they connect, he's going down.
Who's currently your coach?
Rudy Silva.
Okay, where y'all train at?
We train out of it's a private gym, Elite Boxing Academy.
For sure.
Yeah, I actually lived there for 3 years, so it was just me and him for a long time.
So y'all real cohesive. Y'all got a real good chemistry together.
Yes, I would even say he's like a second father figure for me. You know, I've known him since I was 14, so.
Wow.
You know, he's seen me come up. He's seen me go through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so he know you pretty well.
Very well, I'd say.
So, you know, you get a TKO stoppage in your first fight.
Yes.
How did that feel at the completion of the fight? Well, you could walk me through the fight. You know, what was your mind at during the fight? You know, you just said it's smaller gloves, no headgear. You know, you're in that fight. I know I just spilled the beans. It was a TKO stoppage, but how did you get there?
Well, you know, coming out, I had some jitters, right? But I was just focused on staying calm, do the combinations that we worked on every day in the gym. The first combo that I landed was a 1-2-3, and he fell, dropped, and I was like, oh damn, you know, I don't even got to hit him that hard.
Yeah.
You know, I just touched him and he went down. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be easy. And then I just did the same thing over and over. By the third drop, he didn't want to get back up.
Yeah.
So I was like,
yeah. So yeah. Was it like a burden, you know, off your shoulders to say you got your first fight in the books and then it came by stoppage? Is that like a relief?
Right. So the way that I was feeling, you know, before every fight, you know, I do get a little nervous. You know, I'm human.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like wartime, right? Like, you know, weeks and weeks of advance, I'm gonna go in a ring against somebody who's gonna try and take me out, you know. So I was nervous, but I knew, you know, when you were 13, what did you want to do? You wanted that green belt. This is just the stuff I have to do to get there.
Yeah.
So once I knocked him out and got that done, I was like, wow, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, I know that felt good. You came back March 29th this year. Was there anything different that you did in the transitioning from the first fight to the second fight in preparation?
Preparation, no, but the fight played out differently because this was my
Talk to me.
first time having to deal with somebody who was really talking a lot of mess.
Okay.
I mean, this man was really talking mess.
All right. Yeah.
He was telling me he knew where my mom lived. I was like, can't let that slide.
Nah,
I
you
can't let that slide. So
I can't.
the game plan in the locker room was, I want you to beat him up first, and then you can knock him out. So
You want to administer a little pain first.
I didn't say nothing back to him at the weigh-ins. He was doing all this mess. So you know what? No tricks, just fists. I'm gonna let the punches do the talking.
Yeah, yeah. Is that more becoming what you are as far as a pro? The talking doesn't really do it for you.
I'm not a talker. You know, I'm a fighter. That's why I'm here.
For
You
sure.
know, I'll talk for the camera because that's my job,
For sure.
right? But when it comes to the fight, that's all I got. Mic 1 and 2, you know?
Yeah. You know, and I think a lot of fighters could take notes with that, you know, because we get more fighters doing talking than they, you know, let their hands talk for them these days. Yeah. So it's kind of good to see that's your mentality off the bat. So, you know, seeing you December 13th, then we see you March 29th, and now you're back for what appears to be shaping up to be a pretty big card.
Yes.
Here on the 19th of this month. And anything different in preparation or mentality?
Nothing different. Just normal game plan. Use my speed, use my length, use my brain. You know, boxing's a cerebral sport. You know, you got to think. You can't just go out there and do whatever, especially in pro, because you know the ones who last are the ones who take care of themselves in the ring.
That's real.
So,
yeah. So coming up when you were getting into boxing, was there anybody you used to watch or inspired you, or you like, man, I like watching this fighter?
not necessarily. One fighter. Nothing too much of a person. More of the mentors and the coaches in my life who I looked up to.
Give me some of those people though.
Right. So my first coach was Rocky Juarez.
Okay, I know Rocky.
Yes, and he really took me from being just a normal person into becoming a boxer.
For sure.
Right. Going to that gym, 13, 14, and then I was having to spar people 17, 18, 19, 20, you know? So it really had to show me like, this is a different animal, you know, this is a different way of life, you know, so.
So you got those type of mentors in your life that kind of helped you make the transition into boxing and then from amateur to pro.
Yes.
So I know we still real early. We hadn't even cracked a year of you being a professional. Where do you see yourself going? I know you said that green belt a few times, man. What is it about that green belt?
I'm a world champion, you know, and I just need my chance. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there.
And you plan on attacking it in the weight division you're currently in, which is what, super lightweight?
Right now I'm at super lightweight, but we are going to make the transition eventually down to lightweight at 135.
Got you.
But, you know, so when I was an amateur, I used to fight at 132, which was my best weight class, but they took it out of the Olympics.
For sure.
So I had to go up to 139, and, you know, after about 2 or 3 years of that now, it's taken a while to cut back down to what my natural weight is.
Got you.
So it's going to be 2-3 more fights, and then I'll start going back down.
So we're going to see you later down the road at the 35 division.
Of course.
I mean, it's a lot of smoke down there.
Yeah.
That's
why I want to, you know, I really look up to like MMA fighters and like the UFC bracket who, it doesn't matter when you lose. You know, it's about fighting the best. I don't care about my record.
Yeah.
Okay? I want to fight the best. And in a weight class that's as competitive as lightweight, you know, I think I'm really going to show who I am, right? And what kind of career I want out of this fight game.
You're going to be fighting this upcoming Saturday under the Texas Combat Sports Promotion. What does that mean to you, bro?
You know, I really like what they're doing here. Getting fights back to back to back, really bringing in a big crowd. You know, I got skills and I want to show them off, you know, so that's why I'm fighting for them.
Yeah, that's a good look too. I got to ask you this. So you don't have a fight coming up. You get to just chill. What do you do to get away from the sport?
Right. So I'm a big fisher. I like to just go out there. Don't ask me to come fishing unless you're going to be out there for 8 hours.
I'm with you.
All right. I like to be out there, clear my mind. I don't even listen to music.
Yeah.
I like to just reconnect with being outside. And
Yeah.
then once it starts getting a little bit closer to a fight, or at least I know, like, okay, a few months from now they're going to want me to start planning out. That's when I start doing a lot of golfing because sometimes taking my boat out's a little stressful.
sure.
So I just like to go walk outside.
Yeah. So you do a little fishing, a little golfing.
I like to be outside.
All right. Now here's the other, on the opposite end of that. When you away from the sport, if you could have anything to eat, because I know you eat a strict way,
Right.
what would you choose?
Man,
Anything that you
I need a
wanted.
seafood boil.
Seafood boil?
Oh yeah.
Come on, what was the best part of that seafood boil?
Oh man, give me them crab legs.
Crab legs. I
Yeah.
feel you on that, man. So how do you project the way this is gonna go Saturday? Do you have it in your mind already?
Knockout.
Knockout.
Not even a question.
It's not even a doubt in your mind.
No.
You just know you're gonna come in there and do work.
Yeah, all I know is that they can't handle what I bring to the table. They weren't able to in amateur, and they're certainly not going to be able to handle it in pro. Those 8-ounce gloves and the way that I hit, matter of time.
I want you to tell the camera, basically like a commercial. When's your fight? What time? How can they see it, or where can they see it at, or whatever?
All right. July 19th at 6 p.m., the doors will open at Texas Combat Sports at the Bayou City Event Center. See you there.
Boom, you got it from Big Ben himself. He gonna get a knockout on his own words. So if you're not there, you tripping. Make sure you're there to check out my boy Big Ben Menis, and he gonna come do work. And this has been another one from Bringing the Heat, man. We out.
I'm Benjamin Menis. I'm fighting at 139, and you're tuned in to Bringing the Heat.